EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 10-2 start.
Yep. Watch the twist.
Hey, lock it. Deep grip.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Cohen. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Got it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come, baby. Come. Hey, exit.
45. Mike, 45. I don't think you got it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
They're going to look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Run.
Hey, Charlie.
45. Mike, 45. All day, every day, any day.
5.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go, folks.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes
Cohen lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, baby. 6.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Check 45.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
The outlaw. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
57. 9-9, sweetheart.
Bravo.
57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm coming.
Big grip. Big grip.
They'll drop the throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. this. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Ready? Hey, Zoo. Let go.
Looking to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And it's caught by Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Bilal Nichols able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll set up to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7.
I got it.
2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bilal Nichols in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. And
not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
3 bud. Watch the eye. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Slam. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and a rout is on here in this first half.
John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Got it. 57 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hit it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
These guys take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Charlie.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, his second sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Go, go.
I'm coming. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Watch twist. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Leonard Floyd bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. On 1st and 10, Curtis. And he completes it to Cohen. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw, Curtis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, zoom.
Check 45's the mic.
Now.
Now back to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's got it. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 3rd down, Curtis. Big loss here as he's taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Out
Hey, Delta.
the field.
Now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again. Curtis. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Man, I got you.
Hey, Haywood. Ready.
On 4th down, Curtis. James has got it, complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. Chicago! Jesse James, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears claw one back. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Bears 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st down, Curtis. He completes this into the